What is up, guys? It is Adam with Rancid and Sweaty Calves coming at you with yet another video. Today I'm going to be talking about this little article that I saw. Now, on its face, it's probably not that big a deal. I agree. It's not important to emphasize a person's ethnicity or racial background. It doesn't matter what color skin someone is. It really doesn't matter. Okay? I want to get that out in the public eye right away. I'm not criticizing this because of a character's skin color. What I'm saying is the importance of a person's skin color being highlighted in an article about superheroes. Because if you take a look at the headline, it goes, DC's new Batman finally has a costume showing he's a black superhero. Which I don't think is important. You know, he's a superhero, he's fighting crime, he's enacting justice. That's all that matters. It's all that should matter, right? All that should matter is that you're doing the right thing, that you're fighting crime, that you're going out there and you're putting your life on the line to defend the innocent and protect the weak. That's what should matter, right? Not what color skin you are, not what color hair you have, not who you have, sexual enjoyment from, nothing like that. Not who you like, not who you don't like, not what you look like, nothing like that. It shouldn't matter what you look like. It should only matter what you do. That being said, I also don't like the idea of a character like Batman being a legacy character. It doesn't make any sense. Batman is unique because of Batman's experiences. Batman is not someone that can be replicated by any of the Robins. They are different. Take a look at something like Nightwing. As you can see right down here, you've got this right here. Now I'm interested to hear what that article's about. Now that I'm looking at it, Nightwing wants to break Batman's most controversial rule. But take a look at Nightwing. He was the first Robin, and what did he do? He became a hero of his own. He didn't take up the mantle and become Batman because Batman's not a mantle. Batman is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is Batman. They are one and the same. They're not a mantle. It's not just a costume that Bruce wears. And Bruce Wayne isn't just a costume that Batman wears. Batman is Batman because of the experiences that led him to be Batman. Bruce is Batman because of the fact that his parents were killed in front of him at a young age. Because he devoted his life to fighting crime. Because he devoted his life to making sure that everyone else had a second chance. Because he devoted his life to making sure that no one else had to go through the same pain he had to go through. Not because of his skin color, not because of his wealthy background, not because of the fact that he likes bats. No, he's Batman because of all these events compiling up and turning him into the Batman. He is Batman because he uses everything at his disposal to fight against criminal activity because of the experiences that made him into the man he is. So it shouldn't matter what a person looks like. But this article is putting so much emphasis on the next Batman, like, Jace Fox being black. Now look, I don't care what skin color someone is. It doesn't matter. If this guy is going out there and fighting crime and protecting the innocent, good. That's what a superhero should do. But to make it so important that he decides to drop the faceplate, show his skin and let the world know that he's just as much of a hero as Bruce Wayne. Well, I don't think that people really care what he looks like underneath the mask. He's been fighting crime. He's been protecting the innocent. He's been going out there and beating up bad guys who are trying to hurt good guys. So I don't think it really matters, or at least it shouldn't matter to the people of Gotham, a fictional city, whether or not a person's skin color is black, white, whether someone's Asian or whether someone's Hispanic. It shouldn't matter to anyone. Okay, it's someone's actions that are important. And I like how they say this. Jace Fox, the new Batman of the DC Universe, is no longer hiding the color of his skin, like he ever had to. Now look, I think it's more controversial that he was hiding his skin, and now he's not. I think it's more controversial that he's doing that. Because if you're trying to be an anonymous hero, and I've had this problem with normal Batman, with Bruce Wayne Batman too, like with real Batman. What, shouldn't you cover your whole face, right? I mean, if you leave your chin and your mouth and your nose open, then you're just asking for someone to shoot you in the face. So it's not even a matter of giving away your identity. It's a matter of self-defense and protection, right? But none of the people who seem to wear Batman's costume seem to get that. No one in the Bat family seems to think, maybe I should cover my mouth. You know, maybe I should make it so the bad guys can't have a clear, open shot to the only vulnerable part of my body. And it seems like Jace Fox is taking up the tradition of doing that as well. But, I mean, look at all the importance that they're putting on this. Like, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter that a person is a certain skin color. Yet they're putting so much importance on it, as if it's this, record-breaking thing. Like, it's another one of those things that seems to be infectious of woke politics. And if you have a problem with with me saying this, you can go check out someone like Young Ripa. Young Ripa, he talks about this too. He doesn't like the idea of Batman being a legacy character. Or, oh, it's a mantle. Like they're trying to make Superman and Batman mantle characters. Like they pass down the mantle. Like, no, Superman and Batman are Superman and Batman because of their experiences. Again, I've said this like 17 times this video. I don't know how many more times I can say it before my brain explodes from how simple it is and how difficult it is for people to get that. And I know some people are going to say, oh, well, you only have a problem with Jace Fox taking up the mantle, not Terry McGinnis. Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to say that I like Terry McGinnis as Batman either. And truth be told, I like the story. I don't agree with him being considered Batman. I don't agree with him taking up the so-called mantle of Batman, but I think the story works. And that's the difference here, is that the story about Terry McGinnis is a story about a person trying to avenge his parents. It's basically Batman's story, like what happens to Batman, but it happens to Terry McGinnis instead. However, there are clear differences. There are some very clear differences. But Terry doesn't become Batman from all his personal experiences. He's gifted the suit, he's given the tools, and the real Batman guides him along his journey. Terry McGinnis is more of a Robin than he is a Batman. However, Jace Fox is perceived by the mainstream comic of the mainstream Batman comics as the next Batman. They're trying to make it so he is Batman, but he's not. He's a person who's wearing Batman's suit, who's wearing Batman's armor, but he's not Batman. Terry McGinnis wasn't Batman. Bruce Wayne is Batman. That's the main point I'm trying to get, in case anyone is taking this wrong. All I'm saying is that there's only been one Batman, and that Batman is Bruce Wayne. Not any other character. No one who puts on the suit of Batman is Batman. It's not a mantle. It's not just a title that can be handed down. It's not something that you can earn. It's something that has to happen, that you become, right? In order to be Batman, you have to be in Bruce Wayne's shoes, because Bruce Wayne is exclusively Batman. He's the only one who had the exact circumstances occur to him for him to become Batman. Same thing with Superman. Superman is not a mantle. And that's really my biggest issue with Jace Fox, is that they're trying to make Batman into a mantle figure so they can pass them the new mantle, the newly created, newly redesigned mantle of Batman, down to a next generation. And instead of having created a new character that people can genuinely fall in love with and think is interesting, instead of creating a character, let's say you create a character like Jace Fox, who's actually inspired by Batman, and he launches a crusade against crime. He doesn't have any money, maybe because, well, we know Lucius Fox was his father, so maybe he has some inheritance from Lucius Fox, right? And what happens is he takes that inheritance money and he tries to do the same things that Batman does because he's so inspired by the Caped Crusader. But he doesn't call himself Batman because he realizes Batman is not who he is. That would be a much more interesting story, because now we have a character who looks up to Batman, trying to be like Batman, but he can do things differently from Batman. And you can create your own backstory, and your own character, and your own interesting story. You can create your own villains. You can have him go against villains that Batman goes against on a regular basis, and make it an interesting conflict. Like, how does Batman deal with this on a regular basis, right? Like, how does Batman deal with that? I don't know how to deal with that. And you can have a learning curve, and you can create a whole new character that is so interesting and so unique, and it's so different from what we've gotten before. But instead they have another derivative copy, another derivative mantle passing down copy. And that's probably the most agitating thing I have with the storytelling. Is that instead of coming up with a character that is interesting and unique and new and different, they come up with another character who just gets a mantle passed down to them. I would rather see a story where Jace Fox fights and fights and fights and struggles to become his own character, not a derivative version of Batman. I find it more insulting that they would put Jace Fox in this situation, who I think is an interesting character, a failure of a brother to Luke Fox. Someone that Luke Fox and Lucius Fox don't talk too much because he's not, he doesn't communicate with them. He's seen as a failure in the family. How interesting would it be if he were to pursue fighting crime in his own way, not as a Batman, not as a derivative Batman, but in his own way, as a way of proving to his family that he's worthwhile? Wouldn't that be so much more interesting than, oh, I'm going to throw on a bat suit and fight crime? I think that would be more interesting. I would love to see that story. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section, because I don't want to keep ranting about the same thing over and over again. Who wants to hear me rant about the same sentence, the same basic premise of a story for 15 to 20 minutes, But anyways, this has been Rancid. Yeah. Oof. I'm gonna have to work on the closing of these videos, because it is rough when I get to the end. Anyways, I've been Adam with Rancid and Sweaty Calves. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and if you enjoy the video, share it to all your friends. Don't forget to comment down below as well, and let me know what your thoughts on the situation. Or let me know what you think I should cover next. Alright, have a great day and a great rest of the week.